The menu is divided into 3 sections. The first section is the little apple on the left. The next section is this area here from the word Finder to the word Help. Usually Help is on the end of the right of this middle section, and this is application specific. This means if I'm in iTunes, it'll say iTunes up here, and I'll have a load of different options on the drop-downs. These drop-downs are called menus, hence the menu bar. On the right at the top, there's all these little icons. And these little icons are little shortcuts to various applications that are running in the background, and we'll be having a look at some of these later on. So, to close the Apple, there's 4 different options that we can do this with. The first one is sleep. That is basically powering off without shutting down. It means that if I have a load of windows open, a load of applications open, when I awaken from sleep, all of those windows and applications will be open still. Now, a lot of people become sleep junkies. That is to say, they never actually shut down their computer. If you've got a laptop, it's just closing the screen. If you've got an iMac or a Mac Pro, it's just putting it to sleep every time. And now it's really good to shut down your computer or restart it at least once a week, if not more, as it helps the computer just reboot itself and sort stuff out. It's a bit like us going to sleep. If we only have little power naps all the time, we never get that proper REM sleep, and maybe a computer has REM sleep. I don't think so, but let's go with it. Restart, shutting down, restarting again. If something's going quite screwy with your computer, if something's going very wrong, restarting is the first port of call usually. Have you switched it off and back on again is the cry of many technical support people. Shut down, pretty simple, shuts it down. And then logging out. Logging out is basically if there's more people using the computer than me and they have usernames, this is where I can log out so that they can log in. Most people don't really need to use log out, especially if no one else uses their computer. Now, a word about sleep and shutdown. There's a conversation that goes something like this. To walk around with your computer in sleep is really bad for your hard drive. You should shut it down every single time. Now, I've heard lots of people talk about this. I put mine to sleep most of the time as I'm walking around, and I've never had a problem. But I've heard of some people it can destroy their hard drives, so you might want to put your computer to shut down before you take it somewhere, especially for laptops, of course. I've never had a problem with it, though. So, let's have a look at the next thing of this lesson. So sometimes the apps that you're in crash. Have you ever seen it where you get that little beach ball of death? It's the tiny little circular, and doesn't make that noise, but it has a little rainbow color on it, and it means you can't do nothing. So to get out of that, we need to come up to the Apple again, and this really helpful thing called force quit. And this is what saves the day quite often. If I click on force quit, it shows me the different applications that are presently open. And we can see I've got Excel, Preview, ScreenFlow, and Finder. If, let's say, Microsoft Excel was crashing right now, it would be in red here, and it would say not responding. And if that happens, then I can just come in here and I can press force quit, and it will manually quit it. It'll force it to close. So I'm going to do that for Preview. Are you sure you want to force it? Yes, I am. Be aware you will lose any unsaved changes. Okay, and there it goes. Now, if you get that beach ball of death and you can't get to this Apple thing, it might mean you need to go into another application before you can do it. It's like you've got a load of applications side by side and this one crashes and you can't do anything unless you click on this one, and then you kind of access it via the back door. It's a bit strange like that. And to do that, you would, for example, come down to your dock and select another application that's presently open, and then the beach ball will disappear and you can go down to force quit.